Hello, 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 and welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip La Cour. So glad you're joining me for this live broadcast. But even when you don't join me in the live broadcast, which I want you to do, I want you to be reminded who you are, what you're all about, your goals. Join me live anytime you can for the information, the inspiration, the passion, and energy, the focus and attention you need to put on your fitness goals now that you're a little bit older. But if you're watching the replay version, that is great too. Say hello, hello, hello. Post your comments, your questions. Tell me what you're loving about this continual journey that we're on together. If you have specific questions, ask me in the comment section, and I will maybe make an entire Workouts for Older Men live video broadcast on your question, because I know the quality of your question can help out more men just like you, just like me, right? A little bit older, busy, productive lives when we want to make the most of our willpower, focus, energy, and time and fitness. Well, with today's broadcast, I want to start a series of 10 videos that you don't want to miss any of them. I call it the top 10 things that you need to know about fitness, but no one's going to bother telling you. The top 10 things that older men must know. You got to know these things about fitness if you're going to succeed at the level that you want, but no one's going to bother to tell you. Well, why wouldn't they? I'll tell you this, a lot of men come to me and they say, oh, their fitness information is so confusing. You really can't trust the fitness experts. All the information is confusing, conflicting. You got to make sure you're to the right mentor. They say things like they're just saying whatever because they want to make money. I don't necessarily believe those things. I believe that there's a lot of excess information on the internet that passionate, whether they're younger, older, or somewhere in between, they're really into it. This is their life, our life. And we're done with the basic organizing principles that really matter. We mastered those a long time ago. And we've already made 20 videos on the basics that work that you need to know when you're a little bit older with a busy, productive life. I talk about the 80-20 rule, the 100 things that you're being told. Only 20 of them matter. And you got to know what they are. And you got to dig in deeper, not say, oh, I do this. Dig in deeper, take those to higher levels before you even consider going through figuratively 21 through 100. It's just confusing, right? So there's a lot of excess. There's a lot of hyper focus on things that may or may not be true for optimal, for science. It just doesn't matter for what you're trying to do. And it's just confusing when it's explained that way. Not like you're being deceived. It's like, how do you know what's most important? I think there's a lot of that. I think there's a lot of excess that's being taught to you, and you don't know the difference, and you're doing those things, and it's not changing your body the way that you want. I'll tell you what, sometimes, I get bored hammering those basics to you. I can tell you a lot of interesting things that make you think I'm so smart and innovative, and you didn't hear it anywhere on the internet. I've been doing this for 33 years, and most of the time it is my entire life, my identity, to find those distinctions, right? They make a difference when you're in the top 1%, six-time national drug-free bodybuilder. I'm not even sure if it made that much of a difference, but it is interesting, right? So the things that really matter, it's challenging to explain them one-sided when you can't go back and forth. And that is why I love the one-on-one coaching so much. I can make sure I can hear you. I can feel you. I hear your line of questioning. How do you explain it back to me if you're getting it? Because there's some things that are just too important to miss. And if you know you're doing better than most, you just can't get to that next level. It's probably some things you're not prioritizing enough, or you're putting too much emphasis. You don't have that right amount of that effort on the right things. I'm doing my best to come to you explain those things. But in the next series of videos, I want to talk about these top 10 things that older men need to understand. They need to know about fitness if they're going to get to that next level. But no one's going to bother telling you because of the challenge of explaining it. It's that nuance, this next level that you're looking for to get those next level results. The chances are great if you're watching my video that you're probably in the top 20% of older men, or when you look around. But I know you want more. I know you want more. And so that's when you got to start understanding these things. All right. So at number 10, it involves nutrition. All right. There's this whole psychology and fear and confusion and avoidance when it comes to nutrition. And I believe there's a lot of reasons for that besides the information, how it's presented, the lack of understanding. I think that we get too much pleasure in life, and life is tough, right? We don't want any bad addictions to change our state, smoking, drinking, drugs, right? Um, Food is one of those things that can give us instant pleasure, change our state. And even if it's healthy food, a lot of those calories can make us feel great. When we are in that caloric deficit, even when we're motivated, we get edgy, hangry, our moods change. There's a certain pain involved if you're going to look great in that top 5%. And I think we know that. And there's some pleasure, though, that I don't think we really realize that we're going to have to put aside. And life is tough. And so I think because of that, we don't learn, we don't even jump in to nutrition. So when the information is confusing, it's just confusing. I hope my workout is going to give me the body that I want. I'm willing to work out hard. That's something I could really dig into. So the first thing is when you are counting your macros, you are counting your calories too, right? When you are counting your macros, what are my macros? Hey, the young guys are talking about macros. You got to know my macros. They say, don't worry about calories, right? Which one is it? Oh, I'll just put it off, right? I don't know calories, macros, right? This is what I believe. This is what I know. When you are counting your macros, whatever that magical percentage, I want to talk about that magical percentage on how you were to determine the right macros. And for those of you who may be new to this, macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, and fat, they all have their place in the building the body. You want building the muscle, losing the body fat. And I think you know that, right? They all have their place. So those are the macros, right? And I want to talk about this special combination that we have the illusion that we have to have that specifically for our body. If we don't have it, what chance we have? So let's not even worry about eating. Let's go back to the training. There's this avoidance, all right? But when you're counting your macros, you're counting your calories too. So for someone says, I don't count my calories. Oh, that doesn't matter. Calories don't matter, whatever. It's the lack of understanding because you are counting your calories. So let me explain. So let's just say you have 10 grams of macros. Let's say, I don't know how many calories I just ate, but I know my macros. 10 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, let's say, and 10 grams of fat. 10, 10, 10. Those are my macros. That's what I'm hitting for the day, so to speak, in this example to make it simple. Well, it's 4 grams, right? You multiply the protein by 4 for the calories. All right. So 10 grams equals 40 grams of protein. 40 calories of protein. 10 grams of carbohydrates times 4 is 40 calories in the carbohydrates. All right. So we got 40 calories worth of protein. When we say 10 grams, we got 40 calories in carbohydrates when we say 10 grams. And let's just say 10 grams of fat. We multiply that by 9 for 90 calories. All right. So we got 40 calories, and 90 calories, right? So 10, 10, 10 is 170 calories. That's the energy, right? You have to be in a deficit. You got to know how many calories. You just didn't extend the arithmetic when you count your macros, right? Someone says, oh, it's much more complicated than that. Well, it is, but you need to know how many calories you're eating, how much food you're eating. You need to know what that is. You can't just count your macros. Are you eating the right amount of food for energy? Are you eating too much? But you can't eat too little. You got to know what that is, right? So you are counting. And I'll tell you what, I think a lot of men get more confused and overwhelmed, and then they avoid the whole important part of this whole journey, and that's nutrition. Because of things like that, they get overwhelmed. A lot of men get the impression macros, that if they don't have the exact combination of protein, carbs, and fat, then they have no chance. And my body's so different, and my needs, I can't, what works for him may not work for me. And they kind of get the impression that macronutrients and getting the right one for you is like a combination lock, a little padlock on your back fence gate. And the combination is 36, 26, 30, those 3 numbers. So I got to spin and get the drum and clear it out and go to 36. And then I got to go back and pass 20 once, not twice, but once in this right syntax and order, and go to 20. And then I got to go directly to 6. And that syntax, that order, the rotation. And if I don't have that combination right, then I'm not going to open the gate, the lock to get in the gate. And a lot of men think that's what this counting your macros is. It's got to be that precise. And if it's not that precise, well, that's why I'm 20 pounds overweight. That's why my arms don't look like they're bigger, or I can't get that upper chest, right? And they're confused. All right. So just remember, it's the same. Right? There's things that you got to just jump into when it comes to your eating habits. It's going to make all the difference in the world. You hear me say that if you watch enough of my stuff, nutrition, that's going to make you train harder, better, have more energy, sleep better, right? Have more energy for stronger workouts, but more energy throughout the day. It's going to have you a sustainable diet. If you know how this works, you can eat a lot of food and get lean. May not happen as fast as you want, but it's sustainable. You can even mix in foods that aren't so healthy and still stay on track when you understand that. But you'll never go down the next layer and the next layer to master this nutrition that you hear the people say, it's 80% of the way you look and feel. It is true, if not more. Right? But if you get, confused on how things are explained and no one's taking the time to explain to you, or you're not understanding it, you're just going to avoid the whole subject and then think your training routine, you have the wrong training routine. That's why you're 20 pounds overweight, which is probably 30 pounds. Right? You get 30 pounds, that route, you're going to look ripped and tight and huge. All right. So that's going to be number 10. I'm going to go through what I've determined to be the top 10 things that you got to understand. Older men got to understand about fitness. But nobody's going to really take the time to explain it to you. Right? I posted the list. It's on my Facebook page. You can go to skiplacour.com, but just join me for the videos as I explain it this way in the next series of videos. So stick around. If you got any questions, post those in the comment section. If you're interested in my one-on-one coaching, make sure that you look in the bio. You can text me. You can call me. We can see if it's a good fit for you. I got so many different programs that can help you specifically for where you're at right now to take you to the next level, right? And that's what we give with the individualized one-on-one coaching. Just imagine what it'd be like to look in the mirror and to, even if you're not exactly happy where you are, instead of letting it linger on forever, right? Try to forget about it and then get brought back to it and be reminded that you're not happy with the body. What would it feel like to have for the rest of your life the sense of confidence that you are in control, you know what to do, it's just a matter of doing it. It's not if, it's when, right? You don't have to change things up, you know what to do. That sense of control. How much would that be worth to you? Right? Would it be worth investing in yourself, your time, your energy, your emotion, your resources to have one-on-one coaching so you have it for the rest of your life? So this nightmare, this reoccurring nightmare about your body and all the frustration, confusion, overwhelm, it's gone and it's gone forever, right? Reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. We'll see what is the best program and what is the best fit for you. All right, I want to acknowledge you for going live here with me. Pete, hello, hello, hello. Darren, hello, hello, sir. Darren just invested a program, it's $147. You get to talk to me and your challenges for 1 hour. That's the whole bonus. That's worth 10 times as much when we start breaking it down. In it, there's a 90-minute video that's explaining the top 10 challenges that older men face. You're going to say, wow, I thought that was just me. All 10 of them, right? There's no sense you going through this journey alone and maybe 60, 70 finally getting it when you have me talking to men just like you all the time. 90-minute video, training routine, 5-day training routine, all the videos that support it, a little print off explaining it. All right. There's 11 hours where I break down training, nutrition, motivation, mindset, the strategies of the most fit older men. 11 hours broken down into all those different categories. All right. But the biggest thing, I come into your world, we talk one-on-one, the call is recorded. All right. Go to solutionswithskip.com, Solutions with Skip. That description is in the bio. The link is in the description of the bio of this video. Jose, hello, hello, hello. Great to have you here, sir. Martin, I'm 57 and I stopped going to the gym for more than 2.5 years. Got to start again. Yes, you do. All right, Mike. Hello, hello, hello. Jay Skinner. Peace. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, if you're watching the replay version, post your comments. Tell me that you're here. If you have any questions, if you want to see these top 10 things that Olderman must know, you got to know, but no one's going to bother to take the time to explain it to you. Go to skiplacour.com and you'll see the complete article where I wrote that. Go to my Facebook page and see it, and you'll see the next 9 videos in this series here on Workouts for Older Men Live. So that's going to do it. Hey, let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.